So first of all, thanks for the opportunity of being here. Supporting entrepreneurs has always been a big passion of mine through my career. Journey with an entrepreneur is a journey of growth, and businesses and their requirements go through different stages, different growth stages where we can support in different ways. So if we start at the beginning, first of all, we can assist you with opening bank accounts, your registration of your company. Then if we start looking at funding requirements, having a chat to our relationship team and understanding what is the range of funding requirements that we have, but there's also various supports that go behind that. So when you're building and running a business, it's very important that you get the foundations right. And the most important foundation is to separate your personal and business funding so that we can address the appropriate funding requirements for your business. Linked to that, also the value adds that we have. So if you're looking at needing an accounting package, if you're needing a salary package to pay wages and salaries, all of those are come for free and they are linked to your business account. And then we are better able to look at what your funding requirements are, whether they are short-term and long-term. And it's always our aim to act as a trusted advisor to our clients. So a lot of that comes down to education and sharing knowledge, sharing experience, sharing other growth stories from entrepreneurs that we have met, many entrepreneurs that we have met and learned from in our journey. As I say, we look at supporting entrepreneurs through their growth journey of a business. So again, looking at the very early stages of running a business, let's have a look at it at being a house coming out of the ground. Once you've got your foundation laid and now you are needing to look at building on that foundation. So very early stage purchases that you might get. Let's assume that you won a contract and you are now needing funding for those purchase orders. We have got a strategic partner that we work with that can assist us with purchase order finance. If you've also got your product and service to a point where you've actually delivered and now you're invoicing a debtor as a new client and it's a big debtor, it could be a listed entity or a big mid-corporate business. If we are happy with the various tick boxes that we go through to look at single invoice discounting, we can assist you with that. And then you can start looking at other products that are more flexible, like an overdraft facility, trade finance, moving into debtor finance, moving into asset-based finance if you're looking at buying a particular piece of equipment for your business. And so that journey grows. So the range of funding that we can offer is right from working capital right through to your term debt products. So funding falls into two broad categories. The one would be your working capital, where you're looking flexible finance for a short period of time, and that's normally an overdraft facility or FNB business credit card facilities or trade facilities or data finance. Then if you start looking at buying assets, typically we would use Westbank products. So if you're looking at buying fridges, ovens, delivery vehicles for your business, you would look at asset-based finance, which is repayable over a term. Then we move into term loans, which is our leverage finance, which are business loans repayable over a period. And your longest term debt is your commercial property finance. So you can see we cover the broad spectrum. In addition to that, understanding that banks have got shareholders to answer to, we are also highly legislated as an industry, there are also equity types of funding that are available to entrepreneurs as they grow. So if we need to look at assisting you with selling a portion of your shares to raise capital for a period of growth, we can very easily look at doing that as well. Obviously, it requires a one-on-one discussion. These structures from an equity perspective are very bespoke, so we can't just go out and say, here's your tick box, if you meet all the requirements, we're going to assist you. But certainly we can move from the debt into the equity realm to assist growing businesses. I come back to the analogy of building a home. So the best advice that I can give entrepreneurs is to start with your foundations, make sure you get them right. I know that the common sort of default position is always to start running your business through your personal bank account because you've got it already. Please don't do that. Please approach us, open a business account. You can get zero accounts with zero fees. Linked to that, all of the value adds that I've already mentioned, instant accounting, instant payroll, instant salaries. So it's very important that you keep your business and your personal banking transactions separate. Why? It starts creating a track record for the business that we can look at using. So the minute you start having trading, funds coming in, funds going out where you are paying suppliers for your business, we can start seeing a track record. What does that mean? we can, based on the behavior on their account, after a 12-month period, start having a look at, based on the activity on the account, what are we happy to lend you? And linked to that, the other very important thing is to make sure that your financial record keeping is up to date and it's credible. So if you're using our instant accounting package solution, we certainly can look at that information. But when your business gets to a size that you're appointing an accountant, an auditor, make sure that you are in your business able to produce monthly management accounts and that your annual audits are kept up to date. Those are the tools of trade that we as financial services and as FNB business work with to be able to support you. You know, often banking can be looked at as a grudge purchase, but we want to partner with you, and we can only do that if we are getting the information that we need to assist you effectively. Funding comes down to many sources, and it takes its shape in many forms. When entrepreneurs are starting a business, generally they have got their own capital. So whether you're buying a piece of equipment to run the bakery or make bricks, then the next sort of position that people go to is they borrow money in their personal capacity, often because they are still working. So it means that they have got an income coming in, which now allows them to be able to repay that debt. And then the next thing is entrepreneurs typically will go to family and friends to look at investing in their business, so they can really get that foundation of the business out of the ground. Again, if you are approaching any of those parties, they need information. So what is your business plan? Who are you going to be, what are you going to be selling? What service are you going to be providing? What differentiates you from other competitors in the market? You need to document that in a business plan so that you know where you're going. And when you approach parties for funding, you can confidently talk through what it is that you are planning to put in place. Entrepreneurs often neglect that. So the analogy again that I often use is to say, you can't just be the good baker who's now going to think they can run the bakery. There's a new set of skills that you need to look at growing. And all of us know that growth takes some pain. So be prepared for that. Support yourself with people around you that have run businesses before. Networking is fundamentally important. Our male counterparts often do that in the pub, on the golf course. What we've done in FNB Business is we have developed a women in business strategy. And interestingly enough, one of the biggest requests that come out of that network is please help create platforms where women can network. So if you chat to your relationship manager, they can put you in touch with a women in business network. If you've got a female shareholder in your business, or if you are a woman on your own running a business, that networking is, you cannot actually put a price tag on how invaluable that networking and partnership is with other businesses. Then constantly do research on your business. Find out what your competitors are doing. Use the internet to best advantage. Go out and do some mystery shopping for yourself to see what your competitors are doing, because knowledge is power. And that's one of the other things. Don't think that you're going to go out there and say, hi, I'm Michelle, I've arrived, and people are going to look at buying from you just because you make that statement. People are looking for value. They're looking for something that differentiates. They're looking for something that adds financial value in their life, that makes life more convenient. I mean, we know in the last 2 years the difficulties that we have all faced as humans trying to run the gauntlet with this COVID pandemic. So you need to make sure that you're adding value to people's lives through your business. Keep renewing yourself, keep reinventing the business, make sure that you're constantly adding value, and that requires research to do that.